What's up, YouTube? How's my YouTube family? I wanted to say I apologize for being gone so long. I had family crisis. I have my grandmom and my great aunt, my grandmother's sister, where they live together, and they both had a fall this month, and so I had to go and help them out. So I have not been uploading because I've been helping take care of them, and it's a blessing to have older ladies in your family that you can look up to and learn from and talk to. So it was my pleasure to help them out and to be there for them. I got halfway through the video and realized that I was not filming. So we're gonna start over. Take two. I'm going to apply this again. This is my first time using Wet n Wild Prime Focus Primer Serum. From what I felt, it was hydrating like it says. It is not pore filling or anything, so it's not going to mattify my skin or anything, but it's just going to hydrate and just bring some life to my skin, which after having to use a makeup wipe to wipe off the makeup that I had already put on, I could use this. I'm gonna use a little bit more because that feels good, since I literally just dried out my normally oily skin. Can't really do much. I am going to, before I put my powder down, I'm going to just do a little bit of color correcting. This comes off orange, but you can't really tell. I have some dark spots on my face. Because of like pimples and things like that that just appear, that are just great. So I'm going to do a little bit of color correcting. It's so good to be back on YouTube. I feel like I've been gone for like 2 months, even though I've only been gone for like a week. I really like how my skin looks after using that serum. It is so beautiful. I normally like a pore filling mattifying primer, but that from Wet n Wild made my skin look nice and juicy and like revitalized, and just, now I'm going to set my primer and my concealer that I used with my collab. Set the stage. I'm going to tap the excess off on my hand. Oh, wrong sponge. Oh well. I normally don't use this sponge, and now I remember why I don't use this sponge. This one picks up product a little too well. And so now I feel like I have a lot of powder. I remember the first time I used this sponge, I was like, wow, it really gets the product on there. But it does press the powder into your face really nicely, and it took away almost all of the shine on my skin, which mattified it a little bit, so I'm going to use my CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made foundation. It's a little messy, I'm so sorry. Shake it up a little bit. Because I set my primer with my collab, I added a little bit of coverage to my face, as you can see, so my face looks all even in one pump. I'm gonna blend that out. I love them, but they're loud. Okay, now I'm going to use my CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer. This concealer is the best. I have the shade Tan, Natural Tan. It is gorgeous. It's just a little bit lighter than my actual skin tone. And I'm going to drag that up a little bit so that it can lift my eye. Oh boy, I made that slightly crooked. That's what I do when I'm not looking in my mirror. It's okay. I'll blend it out straight. Obviously. And I'm not going to use that sponge. What am I doing? I'm going to use this sponge, which is still really damp, surprisingly. Tap off that excess. I'm just going to set everywhere that I concealed. And I know, like, my concealer and everything looks a little light and a little crazy right now, but don't worry. Once I add bronzer and everything, it'll all come together. I'm going to use my Maybelline Fit Me matte poreless powder in the shade 360 Mocha. And I'm just going to use one of my fluffy brushes, which I swear I clean these, but like I guess it just gets tinted after a while or something. I'm just going to use that to set everywhere else that I didn't set. Okay, I'm going to put just a little bit of concealer on my eyelids to help the shadow stick to it. Alright, now for what I'm most excited for and what I've been waiting for is I got this collab eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to just take that shade, wow, it's really pigmented, and I'm going to buff that into my lid, well, into my crease. As a nice transition shade. I think I'm gonna do like a smoky eye. I used to do smoky eyes when I was in high school all the time, and I haven't done one. Like, well, I mean, I do smoky eyes all the time. Alright, time for the other eye. I'm only gonna dip it a little bit. And this is what I want it to do. I was not expecting the shadow to be that pigmented. I think I want to take the purple because that's what I was most inspired by. So I'm going to take this purple onto my brush. And apply it as my lid shade. My mom just told my sister this. I'm trying to do a hair tutorial. It's a makeup tutorial, but I guess hair tutorial, makeup tutorials, same thing there. Okay, so now you can see my eyes. And I'm going to add just a little bit of a light shimmer in the inner corner to highlight. I feel like I used to do this, and I'm not trying to say that I started this trend, but I feel like I used to do this before I found out that it was a trend. My friends in high school used to ask me, like, why are you putting eyeshadow in the crevice of your eyes? And then, now, we do this. And it's like, haha. Now it's a trend. So, I'm not so weird. I'm gonna do my brow bone highlight. Don't worry, I have not forgotten my brow. This video is approaching at 40 course, even though I wanted it to be less than 40, I'm going to take an angled brush. Actually, no, I'm going to take a more defined, like a more pointed brush. I can't really describe it, I don't know. And I'm going to smudge the darker shade on my lower lash line. I want to bring that up to where it connects. So I'm going to smudge it out to where it connects to the darker shadow. So with this angled brush now, I'm going to mix in this shade and a dab, because as we saw earlier, that darker shade was definitely a little dark. Gonna smudge out that shadow on the bottom lash line, and I'm gonna bring it up to where it connects to my crease shade. I'm sorry. I just want to I have people outside my room yelling about an emoji chair. So exciting. Sorry guys. Okay, so now I'm going to do my brows. So I have this Easy Brow pencil in my little mirror. Okay. Now we're gonna do bronzer and blush. And I have Bronze Girl, or Bronze Please Bronze, or Bronze Please by L'Oreal. I love this bronzer. It smells so good. Gonna use my domed brush. And you don't need a lot because this is pigmented. And just want to thicker than usual. Kind of want to spoolie through them to disperse some of the product. Normally I don't like them that thick, but I'm going to take my angled brush again. I'm going to clean it off before I do this. And I'm going to take it and chisel out my nose, contour my nose a little bit. And I'm going to take it and push it into my brow hairs. A little trick that I learned from Jackie Aina. And now I'm going to add a little bit of blush. I still have tape on it, it's so annoying. And it's the Blush Please. I love this blush. It is so pretty, stunning, and it shows up really bright too. And I honestly don't think that there's a highlighter needed afterwards. I'm not really into highlighting. It's not my thing. I'd rather just use a blush and call it a day. This is about as nude as I could ever go. And I don't even like nude. But I feel like it matches just a little bit better than and call it a day. Alright, I'm gonna set my new favorite. So now that I've done that, I can do liner and mascara, because you never want to do liner and mascara. What color is this? Exotic Plum. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. A liner. And since I'm wearing purple, this works perfectly. Ah, I smeared it. Great. Okay. Now the lip that I'm wearing, it's not really nude. It's more of a pink, like a baby pink, but I don't do nudes. I feel like I look like I'm ready for a coffin when I do nudes, so nude just doesn't vibe with me. Alrighty. I'm trying to decide if I want to do a line. I'm gonna do a wing, because my cousin is trying to talk me into doing bossies. Oh well. I don't know. I have a hard time with wing liner. My gosh, my video has already come to an hour. I'm totally trimming that down. Okay. If you have stayed to the end of this video, I thank you so much, and I really hope you like this makeup look that I've created, and I hope to see you back in my next one, and please watch some more. I have a couple of videos up. Please subscribe. The subscribes help me out, so I'll see you in the next one. Bye.